Now let's just move on further with the same concept and the questions that are related with it. So the question number 1 says that a gulab jamun contains the sugar syrup up to about 30% of its volume. So the sugar syrup is actually up to about 30% of its volume. It says find approximately how much syrup would be found in 45 gulab jamuns, each shaped like a cylinder with the 2 hemispherical ends with the length of 5 cm and the diameter is 2.8 cm. Now let us suppose if I am just taking the figure of a gulab jamun in such a sense. So as you can see, we have this particular glass in which we have the gulab jamuns and it contains a sugar syrup in such a manner, and the gulab jamun is actually nothing but this particular shape here. You can see that it is nothing but a cylinder with the 2 hemispherical ends. Now let's just talk about the height or the radius of all this combination of solid. So first of all, as you can see over here, we have the total length of this as nothing but 5 centimeter. The total length is 5 centimeter, and we have the diameter. We have the diameter of the hemispherical end. We have this is nothing but 2.8 centimeter. We have 2.8 centimeter. So let us suppose if I am just starting with the diameter. So since it is the diameter, so it means this is nothing but 2.8 centimeter. This is nothing but a 2.8 centimeter. 2.8 centimeter. This is the diameter. So it implies that the radius would be, let us suppose if I am starting the solution of this one. So the radius would be nothing but is equal to, the radius is nothing but is equal to, it is 2.8 by 2, that is nothing but 1.4 centimeter. So it means that this is nothing but 1.4 centimeter. This is 1.4 centimeter, and furthermore this is also nothing but of 1.4 centimeter. 1.4 centimeter. Now using this concept we can able to find out the height of the cylinder in a very easy manner. So first of all, if I am just talking about the height of the cylinder, so the height of the cylinder should be is equal to the height of the total, means the gulab jamun, the height of gulab jamun minus twice of the radius of the hemisphere. The radius of the hemisphere, because if this total is nothing but given to us as nothing but 5 centimeter, so if this total is 5, so hence it means that this would be nothing but 5 minus twice of 1.4, which is nothing but 2.8. 5 minus 2.8 centimeter, this would be nothing but of this form. So hence this is nothing but 5 minus of 2.8 centimeter, which is definitely nothing but is equal to 2.2. This is nothing but 2.2 centimeter. Hence the height of the cylinder is 2.2 centimeter. This is 2.2 centimeter. So let's just further talk about their volumes individually. So let us suppose if I am just starting with the volume of a gulab jamun. The volume of a gulab jamun, it is nothing but is equal to, the volume of the cylinder plus twice of the volume of the hemisphere. So it is nothing but is equal to pi r square h. This is nothing but the volume of the cylinder. We know that the volume of the cylinder is pi r square h plus 2 into the volume of the hemisphere. This is nothing but 2 by 3 pi r cube. Now let's just plug in all the values over here. So first of all we have pi as nothing but over here we have pi. So this is nothing but pi, and further we have the value as r square. We know that the radius for both of the cylinder as well as for the hemisphere is nothing but same, their radius being the same. As you can see, their radius is nothing but same. So the radius of the cylinder is actually same as that of the radius of the hemisphere, which is nothing but is equal to 1.4 centimeter. You can see all by yourself. So this is nothing but pi, radius is nothing but 1.4, this is nothing but 1.4 whole square, this is whole square, and the height is nothing but 2.2. Further we have plus 4 by 3, we have pi, and r is nothing but 1.4 whole cube. So let's just take the values common out of it. We have pi, we have 1.4 whole square. So the value that is lying in between, we have the in between values as nothing but 2.2, this is 2.2. Further we have this as nothing but plus of 4 by 3 into 1.4. We have this value. So let's just sort it out, this value. So we can see over here, this is nothing but pi. We have further as pi. Let us suppose I am taking this as 22 by 7 into 1.4 whole square, and we have this as nothing but 2.2 plus of this would be nothing but 5.6 divided by 3. Let's just sort it out. If you will sort it out, this would be nothing but 7, and this would be 0.2 whole square, and further we can see when we will multiply 22 and 0.2 whole square, again we will get the answer as nothing but 6.16 into, we have this value as nothing but let's just take the LCM over here. This would be nothing but 6.6 plus 5.6 divided by 3, and this is 6.6 plus 5.6 divided by 3. When we will divide whole of the value and we will add all of the value and divide it by 3, we will get the answer as nothing but 4.07, and at the end this is nothing but 25.07 centimeters square. So this is actually the volume of one gulab jamun. This is actually the volume of one gulab jamun. Now we know that we have a total of 45 gulab jamuns in the sugar syrup. So let's just find out the volume of the 45 gulab jamuns. So we know that the single volume of a gulab jamun is 25.07, which implies that the volume of the 45 gulab jamuns, volume of 45 gulab jamuns will be equal to 45 into volume of one gulab jamun, volume of a gulab jamun. So let's just plug in the value over here. This would be nothing but 45 into 25.07 centimeters square. This is the volume of one gulab jamun, and we have to multiply it with 45 because we just have to find out the volume of 45 gulab jamuns. So let's just multiply 45 and 25.07. The answer would be nothing but 1128.15 centimeters square. This is nothing but the volume of the 45 gulab jamuns. This is nothing but the volume of 45 gulab jamuns. Now what we have to find out further? We have to find out we have to find out approximate how much syrup would be found in 45 gulab jamun. So we can see the volume of the sugar syrup was actually given as to be nothing but 30% of the volume of the gulab jamuns. So it means that the volume of the sugar syrup, is actually nothing but is equal to 30% of the volume of the 45 gulab jamuns. So let's just plug in the value over here. 30% means 30 by 100 into volume of 45 gulab jamuns, which is 1128.15 centimeters square. So hence just sort it out this particular value. We will after the multiplication we will get the answer as nothing but 338.45 centimeters square. So we will get the answer as nothing but this. So hence at the end we can see over here that the approximate syrup that we have in 45 gulab jamuns. Let us suppose if I'll write it over here, that approximately we have approximately the sugar syrup was found in 45 gulab jamuns. In 45 gulab jamuns is is nothing but 338, is nothing but 338. Since it is nothing but a volume, so this is a centimeter cube, this is not centimeter square. We know that the volume is always a cube, it is not centimeter square. So this is again a cube, this is again a cube, and this is again a cube. Always remember that the dimensions for the volume is always a cube, not the square. So the volume of gulab jamun is 25.07 centimeter cube. Again, the volume of 45 gulab jamuns is 1128.15 centimeter cube. This is again cube, and hence at the end we are getting the approximate volume of the sugar syrup that was found in 45 gulab jamun is 338. You can see all by yourself, this is 0.45, so this is 338. So hence this is the answer for the question number 1.